Good evening, everyone, and welcome to G2GO Travel. Look at all the people on the call tonight from all over the world. It's going to be an exciting evening this evening, and tonight we're going to talk about G2GO Travel. And by the time we finish this presentation, you're going to know why G2GO Travel is the best kept secret in the network marketing industry, why G2GO Travel is different from any other company in this industry in travel, and how you can benefit either as a member or as a person wanting to earn some additional income. So let's get started. So I got a question for you. What if this were your office? When I lived in Hawaii, this was my office. I would take my computer and my phone down to the beach and I'd look at the waves and the boats and I'd sit there and just bask in the sun and do my work. For any of you that had an office like this, you know how relaxing and exciting it is at the same time. So what if this were your office? How would you feel? What would you be doing? G2GO Travel is going places. Travel is the largest and the sexiest industry on the planet. Everybody wants to talk about it, and quite frankly, nobody is allergic to it. When you've come back from a trip, haven't you been excited about tell all your friends about what a great time you had? Guess what? We all enjoy travel. So this is a picture of me. My name is Kate Johnston, and one of the parts in this industry, one of the positions I had in this industry was a part owner of one of the first online travel companies. It was in Irvine, California. And in our company, we did not hold positions in the field as well as corporate positions. So while everybody else was out enjoying themselves traveling, I was inside with the challenges. And I thought, gosh, what if someday I were able to be out in the field and travel? And guess what? My wish came true in November of 2015. So look at all the pictures in this arrow. You got Vegas and Washington, D.C. and Paris and San Francisco and Shanghai and New York and Big Bear and Hawaii. How many of these places have you gone? How many of these places would you like to go? And if you have gone, how many of these places, how much money have each one of these trips cost you? Just to keep things in perspective. G2GO Travel is part of three major trends. The first one is travel, the second one is the internet, and the third is network marketing. And yes, both Robert Kiyosaki and Donald Trump endorsed network marketing as a career. Two opposite sides of the pole. So let's talk about travel first. In 2015, travel was an $8 trillion industry. In 2025, it's projected to be $11.4 trillion. In 2006, there were over 200,000 brick and mortar travel agencies. Today, there are only 14,000. Think of it, how many on this call are booking their travel online? And it's also ranked number one among home-based businesses. The internet. I think you'll all agree more people are booking travel online. Over 80% of U.S. households are online. 43% of all online spending is spent on travel online. Is the picture opening up for you? Web businesses topped $150 billion, and 73% of all travel sales are made online. Travel is a global business with no borders. You can do travel anywhere in the world, from any plane, any train, any car, any beach, any house, any condo. Anywhere you want to be, you can do travel as a business. The marketplace is huge, it's proven, and it's growing every single second. The third trend is home-based businesses. A new home-based business is started every 12 seconds, and there are over 38 million home-based businesses in the United States alone. Imagine how many there are all over the world. 70% of Americans would prefer to be self-employed. For those of you on the phone that have been self-employed, think of all the advantages you've had about having your own business. Home-based businesses made over $427 billion last year. This is Ron Armstrong. He's the founder of G2GO Travel. And Ron has been in the industry for over 25 years. He started as a distributor, did very well in the industry, and went on to later to be part of G2GO Travel. So unlike my company that went out of business in 2005, his business started at the same time mine did, but it's now 16 years old. We're in 67 countries, and we can operate in 150 countries. 194,000 active independent representatives worldwide. Last year's sales were over 400 million. We also have over 1 million customers. Our websites translate into 35 languages and accept 24 different types of currencies. We started with a new product this last February, and they were luxury travel club destinations. So these are some of the destinations you'll find in our travel club. And the history on this was Ron set out a couple of his buddies go around the world to seek out all these resorts to make relationships with the vendors so that we could put these travel packages together for our members. So look again at all the places that are here. Where do you want to go? Where have you been? And quite frankly, what did it cost you to do this? Let's look at a few of our packages. This is Jamaica. It's a 5-night resort, all-inclusive, all meals, drinks, and with air from Fort Lauderdale, a mere $670. Can you hear the waves lapping on that beach? Another one to the Dominican Republic. Again, all-inclusive, 6 days with air, $670. This one has outside bedrooms. How nice. Look at those cabanas. Aren't they inviting? This is with air also. On to Costa Rica. This is a 3-city tour. It's all-inclusive, 8 days with car and airfare included. Price with air, $765. This is one of the places that I really want to go. I've been blessed to travel, but I have not been to Costa Rica yet. On to the Mayan Riviera in Cancun. Again, all-inclusive with air, $765, 6 days and 5 nights. And these, again, are members-only exclusive travel destinations. Puerto Vallarta, 5 days all-inclusive with air, $765. Let's go on the other side of the world and go to China. This is a 12-day tour, and this is land only, $1,543. It includes airport transfers, English tour guide, air-conditioned bus, sightseeing tours, 2 meals a day, and includes all domestic flights. Why does this only land? Only because a lot of people in China want to travel in China, and since people can book in China, they don't need the overseas airlines. So this you'll find on the members-only packages, some are land and some include air. And you can always get air added to this. Now, if you're in Hong Kong, you forgot to make your reservation. Here's 3 days and 2 nights for $241. This is a high value for anybody who has been to Hong Kong. This includes a city tour, round-trip air transfers with English-speaking guide. On to Europe, Budapest, Prague, and Vienna. This is an 8-day, 2 days in each city, all transfers, 6 breakfasts, 2 dinners, sightseeing in a modern air-conditioned motor coach. Land only, $775, with air, $1699. Air leaving New York and returning from Prague. But there are other departure cities available. On to Madrid, Spain. This is 8 days, 3 nights Madrid, 1 night Granada, 2 nights Seville. This includes 6 breakfasts and 3 dinners with Spanish wine. Sightseeing per itinerary, modern air-conditioned motor coach with air, $1825. So as we've gone through these past few examples, think of which ones you've gone to and how much that would cost you. And also, so what would a membership in a club like this, what do you think it would cost? Just kind of write on a piece of paper, jot down what you think this membership would cost. For those of you gone to other travel club members meetings, presentations, or timeshare, look at the value. Our travel club is a mere $299. It's a one-time cost. There's a $49 setup fee, and there's a $19.95 monthly charge to access your booking engine. Can you imagine having all that, just one trip alone, and you'll save more than this? And this, again, is a lifetime. This is not a yearly cost, and so it is very, very high value. So with that in mind, let's look at what other travel clubs cost. These are the 2016 Best Vacation Club reviews and comparisons. Over here on your left, you see Marriott Club Vacation. Purchase price, $30,600. Club dues, $175. Maintenance fee, $1,188. Interest rate, $1,299. Full cost, $32,950. Let's see. A one-time $299 and basically $19.95 a month. A big difference. Over here at Club Wyndham, as you notice on the far right, they don't disclose anything. Well, I went to one of their presentations a week before last, and their purchase price basic was $60,000. The club dues were about $1,500. Maintenance fees were about $180. They couldn't give me an interest rate because until they checked my credit. That was kind of unusual. You have to check my credit before you can tell me what interest rate it would be at. So it was way over, again, the $299 for G2GO travel. So the second product in our product package with this company is a educational manual where you will be able to study to become a travel agent with all the benefits. But we also give you a booking site where you can send all your friends to book travel. Now they'll book travel just like they do with Expedia, Travelocity, or Priceline, or Hotwire. You know, there's a cruise tab, a hotel tab, a car tab, an airline tab, and they just go in and book travel, save a lot of money, and then you earn a commission on their travel. We also have a separate business website for you, and this is really great because I've been with companies where the business and the consumer websites were in one. It was very confusing for this consumer because all they want to do is book travel or buy a product. They didn't want to know about the business. Number 3 is the Associate Travel Agent Identification. This is your educational package where you get your credentials to be a travel agent. We have a lowest rate guaranteed of any published price. If you find on the website a published price that is lower than ours, we will meet it or beat it. We also have familiarization trips. These are industry benefits, and we'll go through them in a minute. And vacation travel certificates, and we'll explain that further later. And there's one that's not here. For any of you who have had your own business before, you know the enormous tax benefits of having your own business. So I think we should add tax savings after vacation travel certificates. So let's first look at your booking site where you send all your customers. As you see up here, it has all the tabs just like Expedia, Travelocity. We all use Sabre, all the same search engines. We're a host agency, and so this is where they go to book travel, and then you get to earn some commissions on your travel. When you book your travel on this site, you earn commission as well as when other people come to your site. Here's your business side. This is where you have your marketing tools. This is where your genealogy is and your commissions are tracked. And also right where you can't see it on this mission statement here, there's a little white box that says languages. And this website translates into 35 different languages. So if you have a friend whose first language is not English, you'll find it in that box, and this whole website will convert to their language. A great business tool. This is our training manual to become a travel agent. You have to take a test. It's really, really hard. It's 20 questions, multiple choice, and it's open book. So you take your test, you send it into the company along with a photograph of yourself, and they will create your ATA card, and I'll show you that on the next slide. We're also part of CLIA, which is the official travel agency for the cruise industry. You can get your CLIA card, and they're also part of ARC. And ARC is a regulatory industry that says to the vendors they must pay G2GO travel, the travel commissions within 60 days after completion of travel. When I had my travel company, sometimes it'd take as long as 120 days or longer to get commissions. And when we're working hard in the field with our products, we don't want to wait that long to be paid for commissions on travel. So that's a great agency to be part of. This is what we call our ATA card. This is your travel agent card. Our host agency is Global Travel Trends. And what we mean by Global Travel Trends as being a host agency is like a lot of other companies in this industry do buy downs. And what I mean is they buy 100 trips, let's say for the month of March, and they put it on their website. And if you want to go on this trip, you have to go in the month of March. And let's say you wait too long and you didn't get in there. Once that 100th trip is gone, they can't buy any more trips. So with our company, we buy our stuff for 365 days a year. There are no blackout dates with G2GO Travel. The only way you would not be able to go, for example, is that you want to go to Mardi Gras, New Orleans, and you wait until 2 weeks before the event, and guess what? There are no rooms in the inns in there, and that's why you can't go, because there's no place for you to stay. So if you want to go to a big event anywhere in the world, you want to book it out 6 to 12 months ahead. So with your card, you get up to 50% discounts at hotels and resorts, up to 75% discounts on cruises, up to 50% savings on vacation packages and tours, and you get discounted travel agent rates, 20 to 50% off on your cars, and you get these courtesy travel industry upgrades. I'll give you an example of a recent one. I was in Las Vegas and I was staying at Caesar's Palace, so I went up to the desk and found out that the room was way over $300. And I said, pulled out my AT card, and I said, well, I have a travel agent. Can I get a travel agent's rate? And they said, sure. And then I said, and by the way, do you have any junior or senior suites available for upgrades for travel agents? And they said, yes. And then Vegas has a $143 resort charge. And they actually waived that also. So it got a beautiful suite with 2 complete bathrooms, huge bedroom, a walk-in foyer, walk-in closets, beautiful view on the Strip for a whopping $80 a night. It was absolutely breathtaking. And this is what these courtesy travel upgrades are. And they are not a demand. When you go up to this, you have to be dressed properly. You have to be smiling, have a good attitude. And because it's the person behind the desk that makes the decision. So it's like in any other service-related business, you want to be nice to people behind it. And we also get discounts at entertainment parks. The only two that don't honor it are Busch Gardens and Disney. Fam trips. This is 5-star living at 3-star prices. You can enjoy the lifestyle of the rich and famous. And what these familiarization trips are, these are industry trips. And we have 5 vendors in the back office that you can, in your back office that you can go look at and see all the trips that they offer. And these trips are really highly discounted. And what they want you to do is go to these destinations and come back and tell all your friends how great they were, because this is one of their ways of marketing the properties in their portfolio. So let's look at a trip here. This is to Machu Picchu, 4 nights in Cusco, Peru. The tour is $499. It's that's double occupancy, includes hotel accommodations, transfers, transportation within Peru, some meals, sightseeing, tour of Machu Picchu, and baggage handling throughout. Now, if you want to take somebody with you, you can take them for the same price. If you want a single supplement, it's $250. But as you can see right down here at the bottom, is valid for travel agent employees and affiliated independent contractors with a CLIA card, ATA card. And so, again, these are for industry people only. And after you take your test, you're an industry person. These are discounted travel incentive certificates. And what happens here is that these are third-party materials, so we buy them from them, and then we use them to give to people who come to our presentations. But these do have blackout dates. We do not create these. Remember, they're third-party, so they have limitations, like you can't go on a weekend, and there are blackout dates, and you have to do like a $16 activation fee, and then they send you materials, you look at everything, and you have a year to book. Again, these do have limitations, so if you're good at following rules and you can follow these rules, you'll have a great time. If you aren't good at following rules and don't like limitations, then please don't use these. Just know they are a gift, and if you do take them, the bottom price is very, very much lower than what you would pay straight off. So I think we've talked about a little bit how G2GO Travel is different from other agencies, and probably most of you on this call had not heard of G2GO Travel before, but the last part is now, how do we make money? Excuse me. We have a proven compensation plan. It's simple, it's fair, And it's simple because you can read it and understand it. I've been in many companies where there are so many hoops you have to jump through and smoke and mirrors and stuff. This one it's right out there. It's fair because it's made for people to be able to be honestly paid for the work they do. Proven to pay the highest in the industry. We pay over 73%. This isn't a product company. It's a service industry, so we can do that. And so Ron has even challenged anybody who wants to bring their compensation plan in if they've been in business for 2 years and run it through the same permutations he runs his through. And quite frankly said, if anybody brings me compensation and they've been in business for 2 years and they pay out more than I do, I'll write him a check for $1 million. Well, he's been around 16 years and he's never had to do that. So the 8 ways to make money. The first one is when you sell a luxury travel destination package with your A card for your travel agent, it costs $290 and you earn a retail bonus of $100. That's a 33% commission. For anybody on this call who sold products before, that's a great commission. This is paid weekly and it's called a fast start bonus. Our second way to make money is called a sales bonus, and this is also paid weekly. And it's every time 6 membership sales of $299 in your team, you will earn a cycle of 100. So basically you're forming 2 teams. This would be you. On the left be team 1, on the right team 2. So if you have 2 sales in your left and 4 on your right, that equals 6. So you earn a cycle of 100. Here's another example. On team 1 you have 3, and on team 2 you have 3. Again, this is 6. So you earn $100. On this last example, on team 1 you do 4 sales, and on team 2 you have 2 sales. Again, you earn $100. Very simple. And this is just not only your personal sales, but also the sales of everybody else in your team. So as a qualified business, if you have sold 2 packages personally, you can earn up to $2,000 a week in this part of the pay plan. If you sold 6 packages, you can up to $10,000, and 12 packages, $20,000. Very, very generous. Number 3, team bonus. This is your residual income. And in a lot of companies, you have an auto ship. So you can kind of look at this as your auto ship. But what this does, it gives you access to your booking engine. Okay, it's $19.95 a month. And Ron wanted to have something in there where there was a residual in travel, because on these other companies, there is no residual in travel. So again, with the same proportions, 2-4, 3-3, or 4-2, this is a separate team bonus, you might want to call it. With 6 sales, you earn $20 a month. So have you covered your $19.95? Yes. With 60 sales, your residual is $200 every single month. With 600 sales, it's $2,000 a month. And with 6,000 sales, you big builders, you can earn up to $20,000 a month. So again, how many network marketers would love to know that they're going to learn at least $22,000 a month or $200 a month? This also gives the part-timer incentive to work harder to get to the next level, because it's going to be there every single month, month in and month out. For those who love cars, of course, we have a car bonus. And here it's 32 sales bonuses. Remember, each sales bonus was worth $100 in the second example. So 32 times 100 is $3,200. So once you've earned $3,200, you can earn up to $800 a month on a car bonus. But Ron really doesn't want you to have to go out and buy a car. So quite frankly, you don't have to spend it on a car. You can take your family on a mini vacation. You can take them to a really nice dinner or whatever you want to do, or you can use it to build your business. This is just another way of putting some more money in your pocket. Then we have matching bonuses, and this is one everybody that you have personally sold a package to. And this is 5 to 20% again of that sales bonus. So let's say you have somebody that you sold a package to directly and they earn $1,000 in their sales bonus. You would earn 5% here. And these are all packages, total packages sold. So you could earn anywhere from 5% to 20% of their weekly sales bonus checks. This incentivizes you to work with your team and help them build their businesses as well. For top leaders, we have a top leaders position, and lots of other companies will pay out once a year or every 6 months or maybe once a quarter. We pay out monthly, 1% a month to the top leaders. And this is not on each country. This is on worldwide. And look at this, gross sales, not net sales. So you work hard and keep working, and you too can be part of this leaders group. Now let's get on to our travel commissions. We've been talking about selling packages before and ATA cards and education. Travel commissions, anybody that goes to your travel site, the first website I showed you, and books travel, you will earn 50% of the commission that the company earns on that item. So for example, they earned $100, you would keep $100 and the company would keep $100. So it's a 50-50 split. Number 8 also makes us really different in this industry because here, what Ron did is he spent over $7 million creating a search engine that puts the secondary code into the genealogy so we can track travel down 6 layers, and each layer is worth 3%. So this is an extra 18% in the compensation plan. That's how we get to the 73%. So again, it's very important to work with your team and help them grow and build as well. So how do you make your investment back? Everyone wants to know, well, Kate, how am I going to make my $300 back? Well, let me show you the simple how to earn your $300 back. You purchase a luxury travel destination and an educational package for $299 and the 49-cent FB. And you, let's say this is Anna down here, and she does exactly what you did, and you earn a fast start bonus of $100, a referral bonus. Over here, this is Bob. He does exactly what you did, and you earn $100 on Bob. Now you help Anna and Bob do just exactly what you did to find their 2. And here you've got 3 sales on this side and 3 sales on this side. So that's a total of 6 sales for the cycle bonus. And you earn another $100. So the 200 plus the 100 is equal to 300. Very, very simple. On the 1995, again, it's a separate team bonus structure. Same people. So this would be Anna and this would be Bob. And again, you're doing your $19.95 a month and they're doing their $19.95 a month, and you help them get 2 people each. They're doing $19.95 a month, all of us. So that's 6 here and 6 here, 20. So now your monthly fee is taken care of. Everything beyond then is pure profit. So this is about the end of our presentation. So now it's time to choose your package. You either choose the $299 plus the $49 setup fee and $19.95 a month, or if you'd rather pay the whole amount upfront for 12 months, the subscription, yearly subscription is $587.40. Now, what's important about this is a lot of people outside the United States don't have a credit card to put on a monthly draw. So they would much rather have this total. So it's $587.40 for the whole year, or it's $299 a month plus the $19.95. So what I'd like to, first of all, is thank you all for being on the call tonight. I would like you to please get back with the person that brought you on this call, get the rest of your questions answered, and join us because we're going places. We're traveling around the world. Have a great rest of the week, and thank you so much for being here.